Hello, Comic Army. My name is Chris, the Comic Vet. Hope this live stream finds you safe and well. If you're watching us on the Rewind, thank you very much. So yeah, what can we talk about in the world of pop culture? Meh, who cares? TW, Rob.
If you're watching this live, though, fuck you is what Chris is saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only thanks to people watching the Rewind. What a guy.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's another.
If you're watching it live, hit the thumbs up.
If you're watching it live, apparently Chris is just a Kansas City kicker.
If you're watching it live, unsub so we know you're watching.
Wow. Shots. Let's not do that. I'm not Catholic.
All right, how are you?
All right,
so why are you on your knees so much, Chris?
What's that?
So why are you on your knees so much?
Because he's beneath the trees.
Oh, gotcha.
I
haven't read the final issue still, Rob, because my God,
I haven't read them all at all. But I always just go.
Well.
Beneath the trees, on our knees, ready to please.
Let's turn this into a spoiler-filled event.
Let's not say we did.
I mean, I could probably predict some of the ending, but
yeah.
And let's just say that things happened
beneath the trees.
I'm sure somebody got chopped up, and it probably wasn't the teddy bear.
And somebody saw something. Oh, let's say hello to the chat. Show to Liz Crucius, 1971, my man. Thank you for joining us.
He won something the other day.
that nanosecond you had me. I was like, on what street? Oh, yeah, he's just fire. He was here at 10:44 this morning, then returned at 12:01, and then came back this afternoon to say woohoo. Shout out to Jay. Good day, eh? I'll be at the Transformers anniversary, so I can't make it. Have a good stream. X-Men 97 was
that in Japan?
Nope.
Why
different
not?
theaters. Different theaters across North America. And maybe the world.
Oh, the anniversary of the movie.
Is it like the Michael Bay bullshit? Or
no, they're just re-showing like the 1984 or whatever version movie that everybody thinks is great.
Movie.
The one that you think is great in your mind. Yeah. But when you sit down and rewatch it, you go, ooh, this is a little rough.
So
like every 80s cartoon.
So I went and saw that movie at a theater called the Skyline Hotel in Toronto with my dad way back in the day.
Were you in the lobby when he was never mind.
So I was sitting there and hello. And thank you for joining us, by the way, Carolyn. So I can remember Prime doing the big jump and then blasting the gun, like I use that as one of the vignettes on this. And then afterwards, Megatron and Prime had the big hand-to-hand. And then Prime ends up, on the table about to pass away. And all of a sudden I hear this big... and look over and there's my old man just snoring away through Transformers. Yeah,
called humoring your kid when you badly need a nap.
And that was I can look back now. I can remember that was one of my dad weekends, and
nice.
that's what he did to pass a Sunday afternoon with me before I got dropped off. Anyways, let's continue on with the chat. Dr. Von Hoots, Comics from the Spiral Dimension channel member, my man. Evening, thank you for joining us, and I'm looking forward to seeing the commentary from him. Les Cruz is dropping the hoot. And the real James Willie, Rob.
Wow, I like that new avatar. He's still not the fake James Willie, but
yeah. But look, he's even got the TR.
Yeah. It took me a while. I'm like, what's Turju?
Yeah, I like it. It looks good. Good for you, my man.
And he's kicking what?
A baby?
Is that kicking like a donkey or something, or a moose? He's kicking a moose.
Is it?
Wow. Yeah, it's got big. Look at those antlers.
That's very Canadian. Yeah, that's.
Hey, like if they're on your driveway or in the backyard, you got to do what you got to do to get them out of here. They are a plague.
I don't know if I'd go kickboxing a moose though. That's
the Newfoundland speed bump, also known as the Canadian moose.
I guess that's how you prep for hockey season.
Yeah, Rob is omnipresent. 23 Monch has joined us. Rob, his slab arrived safely yesterday. Good. It's good.
Phenomenal.
That was from the 2K giveaway?
Yes.
Hey, Ortiz with a great thumbnail as well. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate. There we go. It's the first 4 episodes
You're breaking up.
Yeah, your sound went Canadian.
We didn't. Yeah, you went out on us, but
You
that's
went
okay.
all
We can
Canadian
read.
on us.
And for those that can't read, it's the first 4 episodes of the G1 cartoon.
Yeah.
I got good internet. I don't know what the problem is. Yeah, I'm getting Trudeau'd, I guess. Also, Rob is right about many things. The Transformers movie is now.
I'm just
That's
saying,
okay.
it's not as good as it was in my mind as a kid. Not even
And that's
close.
how I feel about the Robotech cartoon.
Yeah, sure.
Thundercats.
I mean, there's a lot of
He-Man.
movies. There's a lot of movies that fall into that category. But I think, especially with like that particular movie, it starts off strong, but just but it just kind of meh.
I mean, that's just Scott Orson Welles.
Hit that like button and share.
Yeah, but he could drink his way through anything.
I know, but that was the strong start, was his voice and everything, and then
Shout out to Kenneth, don't call me Marty Bird, that's joined us. Appreciate you, my man. So it's I guess it's about that time. Since it's the 4 of us here, and I said the magic number would be $50. It's time for North or South. Well, since LF and TW are saying South like Mississippi, Rob, are you North or South of $50?
I have a question I must ask about to this.
Sure.
Canadian or American?
American.
American.
South.
Oh. Myself, I was 63 Canadian, so I guess it's probably about 51 to 54 US, and that would kind of put me just north.
Yeah. If I exclude sales tax, I'm even South Canadian dollars.
Wow.
Yeah, but you have like 14% sales tax in your state, so.
Ooh.
It's 9.75.
I exaggerated for effect.
But yes, it's a dent.
Wow.
Ours is like 9.25 sales tax.
No. Ours is 5%.
I'm ready to move up to.
Let me ask you all a question then, because what I think of American sales tax when it comes to states is clearly different from what's here. In each province, you have an amalgamated tax, which is set for no matter where you live: north, south, east, west, Toronto, Ottawa, wherever.
Your state.
My
or province.
Yeah. My province.
State equivalent.
So let me ask you this: if each of you went to a different county or a different city, for example,
your answer is yes.
Is your sales tax still the same?
No. Well, the state sales tax,
or it's outstate.
The state portion is the same, but then there may be a county sales tax and a city sales tax add on to it. So for me, where I live, I have all 3 stacked up. And actually, from where my shop is, across the street is San Jose versus Santa Clara. On the side of the street, my shop is. If I went across the street, it'd be an extra. I think it's an extra 0.5% more.
So that's where I was going with that question.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for more riveting financial content.
Which doesn't normally matter much, but let me tell you, because that strip is actually auto row, it makes a difference what side of the street the cars are on. When you're buying a $40,000 car, an extra 0.5% is a decent chunk of money.
Washington State and Oregon, one has no state income tax, the other has no sales tax, and so like people will strategically live at the border depending on and shop at the other border depending upon.
That's pretty smart. That's
except
kind of like
technically you can get caught for. I mean, when you transport the goods across, if you buy across and you bring them back, and your residence is across, you can got some of the stores along the Washington border, depending on what they are doing, or especially like cars and stuff, when they take your address of where you live and they charge you your tax based on where you live.
But for shit like clothes and whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What? You can take your address. It's like back in the day when you're buying batteries at Radio Shack. Why are you giving your address or phone number?
Well, for little things like that, that's not you're paying for quicker. But like when you're buying a car, stuff you're going to have.
That I totally understand. Shout out to W Vogs. He's going to just join us next week. Vogger, thank you for joining us. And it's the owner of my LCS, your LCS, Chris from Retro Rocket Comics. Chris, again, thank you for having my pull list waiting for me today. Appreciate you, my man. And gas prices up next. Postage costs are highway robbery. Yeah.
And they're only going up. Yep. Where's your prune juice? Sure. Yep. I'd like to tell you about how excited I was to get a collapsible trunk organizer from the AARP. Yeah. My God.
Yeah. exchange and duty, or yeah, that's smuggle everything. Yeah, it's yeah. And I'm glad that we're being honest today.
I need to do things the other direction. I need to firm them all up there, LF. So you know.
Oh.
Maybe we
Also,
should.
Aquinas, people. I don't recommend it.
Shout out to Art from the Warren Show, my man. Art, hope that everything is going well in your neck of the woods, my man. Appreciate you stopping by. And let's just take a quick moment to show some appreciation to the channel members. See what happens when you add a little bit of music, Rob, to those rolls?
Guys,
Oh, that was
my
music?
hair just goes crazy.
And thank you to all the members of the Comic Army. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing to help this channel along. And with that, let me show what's going to be in this month's Comic Army box that's being built so far. Right off the bat, I can tell you that we got this gorgeous Warren Lau cover for the Amazing Spider-Man 26.
Hey, girl.
This is a Mutant Beaver exclusive up here in Canada, and I believe it was a KRS Comics exclusive in the United States.
Usually.
This great stop.
That's weird.
Wonder Girl #1 from Raphael Grandpa, the foil virgin variant. Why is it weird?
I don't know. It's just the way that the foil is with her. So it looks like she's wearing a corset that's super tight.
Yeah. But
Who's the cops coming for?
I don't know. It's legal here.
Okay. This is the 5th printing of the Ultimate Spider-Man issue #1.
Right.
Chris from Retro Rocket Comics tossed in Barbaric #1 as well.
It's a good read.
And this pretty damn cool Bloodhunt #1 Virgin variant featuring Classic Blade by John Tyler Christopher. So that's the Comic Army box being built so far. That'll be given away along with more books the 1st March of next month. And yeah, so let's stay. Speaking of the Comic Army, channel member Stephen C has dropped by. My man, happy new comic book day. Appreciate you. And Rich as well. Thanks for stopping by. Comic Cap Collectibles. So let's get into our new comic book day haul. Rob, my man, show us what you got.
Miles Morales.
I have been waiting for someone to show a Miles book so I can wait. Now, do you have a ratio for Miles?
No, but I have the B cover.
Yeah.
Hello, copyright strike.
It was a much better book cover. in my
That's
opinion.
YouTube music, sir.
So
I meant the video. I meant the visual, but yeah. Anyway.
I didn't see it. There might have been an incentive. I didn't see one there. Those were the only two books I saw. And of course, the Addy Granov.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, you turd butt.
Cover of the week.
I avoided that cover because they were all damaged at my shop. They're all dinged up.
Yeah, if my LCS would have had that one, I would have bought it, but I didn't.
I pre-ordered it so that way I made sure I had one in my pull box for me.
Yep.
The weirdest one I thought was the Doom that had the George Perez Galactus on it, but it said Doom, and I was like, this doesn't. My brain's not.
Yeah, no, that Addy Granov does phenomenal stuff. And that Doom,
always.
That was it. And when I saw that, I said, all right, I'm in. Order it. Make sure, guys, work with your LCS. If your LCS does not use previews, then you look through the preview catalog that they have there and communicate to your manager, and they will go ahead and order things for you, especially if you've built up a relationship and are honest and buy your stuff on a regular basis, and they know they can trust that you're going to buy that.
You're not calling Audie Gronov meh, are you?
Yeah, Adam is
I
throwing
never
a little
called-
shade.
No, you're saying the Ron Lim Venom.
Oh, Ron Lim. Okay, fair enough.
It's like
Ron
Ron
Lim-
Lim.
Oh no,
Ron
wait,
Lim-
you're saying Audi Ground was a meh.
Oh,
you
my
are
Meh
so
cover.
Durs.
Oh, because he goes
You're
foil.
generic.
He's
His
addict.
Meh cover of the week was the
He's
foil.
a foil addict. That's his problem.
Pink slip his ass. I can't take this.
But Ron Lim is a roller coaster. He's up and he's down. He's up, he's down.
I cannot believe your man, Addie Granoff. Poor shame.
Just a heads up, the Virgin variant for that Addie Granov is actually the 1 in 100.
Yeah,
So,
they've been doing that. It's tough.
It'll probably go for
$100.
pretty penny. Yeah.
Batman and Robin.
Does it
very
have
nice.
the title or doesn't have the title? Is it Virgin?
It's Virgin variant. Yeah. No Trader Sign. I've been enjoying Batman and Robin as far as a read goes. It's just fun. And I like
Rush on there, right? Or is that no?
No, this is
Flatline?
Flatline. Yeah. Which I kind of dig the whole thing with Flatline and Robin.
We all know that TW prefers Punchline, but we'll settle for Flatline.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the difference?
Punchline is like the rock band Toto. Nobody needs that in their life.
What the rain's
What?
coming
Come on, man. Toto's all right.
I completely disagree.
Here we go.
Bro, we need
Punch-
Toto.
Punchline is unique in that while she idolizes the Joker, she wants the Joker's original kind of manifesto. She believes in that as opposed and thinks that he's gotten too caught up in his war with Batman.
Is that one Toto? Or is that the other one? Okay, so what's the other one? Flatline then.
What's Harley? I mean, the same
Happy
shit.
Halloween, Fog Brawler.
So Harley was just somebody who fell in love with the Joker and got corrupted by his thoughts. Whereas Punchline, they've really kind of de-emphasized any kind of romance between the two of them. It was really just that she became a student and learned all about his stuff and seemed to find some value in it. But she thinks that the Joker's got off message and she wants to do her own thing. And then she uses the way that she uses social media to then manipulate people and the public is kind of a little bit more commentary on
Almost like real life.
The real punchline is that people think that it's a different character.
Very different. This character, Flatline, though, Lady F, she has the ability basically that she learns, ways to kill people, and she's a very skilled fighter. The way she like some kind of photogenic memory or something like learns how people fight and
photographic.
And not whatever. Anyways, and I picked up this EC.
That's
Weird
cool.
Fantasy Volume 3.
Is it a reprint or is it?
Yeah, it's a collected edition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got color interior too, Rob?
Yeah, they're collected
cool.
editions.
Are is all the
Paper looks
font
nice.
like typed out letters, or is it actually written?
No, this is just reprinting the originals.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, Rich. Everyone, please.
I was gonna
make
say
sure
if that
you hit
that
like
cover,
button.
you can
if that
see how
was
wordy they
in-
were.
in a original in that condition, that would be a multi-$1,000 book.
Yeah,
Oh,
right. Yeah, no, these are great. I've been
Lab it
picking
up
these.
and buy a car.
Dark Horse have been releasing these things. This one's kind of cool because I actually have for Weird Fantasy. I have all 3 volumes so far, but
That's cool.
I just realized I was missing for Weird Science or whatever it was.
Yeah,
I'll show
there's
you a
something
weird
like that.
fantasy.
There's a lot of different
Turning
ones.
it Izzy when there's nobody here. Sorry.
Anywho, yeah, that's it. That's the entire pickup for the week. And this one was kind of I just saw it on the shelf. I forgot, didn't realize it was coming out. So it was an impulse buy. So if it hadn't been for this, I would have been just 3 books and completely under 50.
What's the price tag on that? Is that like $10?
No. This is it's $19.99 US, and so
Okay.
I paid $17 for it.
Nice.
So it's $26 Canadian.
All right. Sounds about right. Thank you, Rob. LF, show us what you got.
So I found 3 books at the new comics or at the LCS today, but none of them are new. I found Hello,
Nice.
I'm Johnny Cash.
Yes, I got a good story about Johnny Cash. So, number of years ago, maybe 10 or 12 years
Let people
ago,
show their books without interrupting.
Well, fuck.
No, keep talking. It's fine.
Hold that back up just for a sec. What was Johnny Cash's late wife's name? What was
June Carter Cash.
June Carter,
Carter
Cash.
Cash.
But say please when you ask her to hold that back up. You barking orders at her like she's your slave.
Sir, yes, sir.
You mean Canadian.
May I have another?
Kansas City kicker.
Are you guys done now?
No.
Now that one was probably the most personal of all. Number of years ago, I went to a church, or pardon me, a city library's selling of donated books that took place at a church. So at the time, I was really, really into autographing, and I right away went to the autobiographies section, and all the books were just $2. And I quickly thumbed through a bunch of books. There was a Leslie Nielsen of Naked Gun fame. One of his autobiographies were there, and it was signed by Leslie Nielsen. There was also a team book from the late 70s of the Toronto Maple Leafs that had a number of autographs of deceased management and former players. And the third book was June Carter Cash's autobiography. And when I opened it up, it was personalized to a lady named Helen from June Carter Cash, and it was also signed by Johnny Cash. So I decided to reach out to the local newspaper to say, hey, like, we need to promote this sale that's going out this church for the city library, because I happen to find these three treasures. A reporter came over, interviewed me, took a couple of pictures, and I made the front cover. And I don't mean just like a little picture. The entire front cover was me holding up this signed book from June Carter Cash, featuring her signature and Johnny Cash's. So
low news day in Canada that day.
I telling you, 9/11 was canceled that day because that Johnny Cash book was. No,
could we find this on the internet? And do you have hair in these photos?
No, but I was probably about 40 pounds lighter. So, Rob, if you want to look up in the meantime, Guelph Mercury, and then my.
How do you spell Guelph?
Guelph. If you look that up and put in my name, you'll find the story. Then I'll let you share it. But Lady Fantastic, please continue, and thank you for sharing that great book.
Picked up Submariner 54.
Oh, that's great.
It's not in the best shape, but I want to fill in this 50s run that I've got of Submariner. So I found 54 and 55.
Very nice. Carlito, thank you for joining us. And I'm not that mean.
Abomination. I love it. So, and then I got a box in from Tacoma Comics, and he sent me a bunch of books for AOK. One is just like a massive chunk of Kim and Kim books by Black Mask. Never read them. He said they're really cool and that I should read them. And I was like, okay, thanks. And then he also sent me these ones. And this is really funny. It's still in the shrink wrap, but it's the official handbook of the Marvel Universe.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, this one's like the fancy edition, but it's the 3-ring binder. But look at that. Printed and packaged in Canada. It's still in shrink wrap and everything. It's got the 3-ring holes. Hold on.
That's great.
Just like every Canadian, 3 holes.
Yeah.
3 holes. They're weird. Yeah, so there's that, the sheets, and those are the contents of the. So, yeah, I love Submariner.
DBH is saying he thinks Submariner is great. Doesn't care about the character particularly, but I need some of those covers. Yeah.
Check out Submariner 59. You're welcome. Just do it. Check out Submariner 59, and that's the one you want. He also sent me Uncanny Tales from the Grave, number 7.
That is great.
Never Dance with a Vampire.
That is great.
He also sent me this one. This is so cool. X-Men 92, number 2. These are David Nakayama covers.
Wow.
This is a really fun series. X-Men 92, number 4, I want to say. Yeah. Number 4. You lose. You lose.
Why did they always put Wolverine up front?
And then this one is my favorite because I loved the band The Toadies in the 90s. I come from the water. I came up to the shore. I left my brother. Anyways, this has got the band The Toadies. Possum Kingdom too.
Look at that.
Do you wanna die? And he sent me this. This is great because I'm a science nerd. He sent me Riri Williams, a STEM like the science, technology, engineering, arts, and math variant.
That's
Nice.
very cool.
That's a ratio, some kind of ratio, I think.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Riri. A fucking Riri. I like her. She's awesome. Yeah. And then finally, the last thing he got me.
Oh.
Booty cakes.
Noir by Mr. Dave Stevens. So,
My mama got ass too.
this is like her sister and her mom, and then that's her. But yeah, so thanks to Coma, I really love it. He's great. And that's all I got.
Awesome. That's good. TW, show us what you got. And shout out to Phil Ailing. Thank you for joining us. Happy New Comic Book Day.
So I'm going to show really quickly 3 random whatnot books that I got, just because whatever. I got time to spread this content out so people watch all of Chris's shit. So like,
Appreciate
this is a run filler. It was I paid $1. Howard the Duck 18. Got it from Creamer and Cachet, who's back on whatnot, and like really good deals from her.
She's nice. Amber.
Yeah, she's great. So a whole $1. I think I paid $4 for this.
Oh my goodness!
But I mean, I've been hunting for this just because, like,
Yeah.
And then this one, I think I paid $15 for, and it's very low grade. But
Dang, boy.
Oh shit!
but there's more to it than that because it's a Pence. It's a Pence variant, or as DBH calls it, the real kind of book.
Well, it's good that I just showed a British choking on some hot wings.
Yeah, there you go. All right, and then the new books I picked up this week: Fish Flies number 6.
Now, how are you enjoying that?
It's Lemire, but it's one of the Lemires I actually like. He's been hit or miss lately, but I like this one. Yeah. And this is a guest artist, which is a little weird, but it makes sense in the context of the story. So,
does it take place up here in Canada like some of his other stuff does?
I don't know, probably it's in America on some farm.
Okay, all right.
But this might be the last one of this nonsense. Napalm Baby number 3, or Napalm Lullaby number 3.
Wow. Okay.
Red Coat number 2.
Mm-hmm.
What's this one? Heart Piercer number 1, featuring lettering by everyone's favorite America's Justin Birch.
Oh,
Birchman. I just sent him a package today. We're doing a little trade.
Nice. This book, it's been a while since the last issue, but this redeems itself for the wait. Ice Cream Man.
So does it happen to have an ongoing arc over a couple issues, or is it still just one-shot story?
They're all okay. So technically, this is part of a 2-shot, but you can read each one separately, apparently. Okay. And it's a standalone. So it's a standalone issue, but like I think if you read this, you'll understand what the next one will be, and this makes sense. So yeah, it's all about a car crash. I got the other cover of this because it was just in better shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That one too. Yeah, the Marvel Masterpieces.
That's the Hildebrandt brothers, I think.
Yeah. Yep. And then Uncanny Valley number 2, which has been pretty fun. It's sort of not at all like Jessica Rabbit or the Who Framed Roger Rabbit, but whatever. Anyways, and then Ultimate Peach Momoko number 3, and that's all I got. So
now, before you put that down, I actually picked this up myself. Story? Are you about to pull the ripcord on this?
No, I actually like it, but it's not an X-Men book, if that makes sense. Like this, in no universe is this an X-Men. Like X-Men fans will probably hate this goddamn thing, but I think it's a decent story, and it's definitely a Peach Momoko story. So
it's out there. Like I know you and I talked about the Me You Love in the Dark. I thought this is like maybe a Marvel version of a woman seeing stuff. Like it's different. Like, yeah, there's not much X-Men.
I'm amazed Marvel's actually letting her do this, but Anyways,
She's calling in a favor like John Romita Jr. does every week.
yeah. No, I mean, I like this as opposed to John Romita Jr.'s coverage for the past 30 years. So,
Oh, that Daredevil last week was just painful. Painful. Marine, I'll put you up there. All right. I feel like I probably picked up more books than
Holy cow.
the other ones outside of LF. KBDM has just joined us. I'm digging Ultimate. Yeah, I like it too, but I don't feel there's anything X-Men about it. I went with issue 1 of 3 for the Amazing Spider-Man for Bloodhunt. I said before I'll pick up the Bloodhunt tie-ins when it comes to the Spider titles, but that'll be it. Like Rob, I got this fantastic cover for Miles.
that's the pelvic thrust variant.
Yeah, this is the I'm presenting cover, but I don't know about that signature placement. Like, dude, was the bottom corner occupied? Like,
it'll really drive you insane.
Yeah. I see where you're going there. But, all right. I went with the watercolor cover as well for Ultimate X-Men. Again, good read. Shout out to Brian. Happy New Comic Book Day, all. Appreciate that. And just a heads up, everyone. I will play this just because Brian just kickstarted my brain. But the CBC Award nominations are about to open up soon. And this is the sizzle reel that he sent me. You don't want to be putting that stuff into your body, man. That's low grade.
Ooh. All you can eat shrimp.
It's not good food. This will probably make Adam happy.
They have a salad bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did the Ponderosa. What happened to them? This is 353 of Spawn. Yeah. Again, Todd McFarlane has much to do with this, is what I do.
You think Todd McFarlane actually pays for a copy?
No, but I don't pay that much for that because it's the most affordable comic in comic books today.
But you pay more in Canadian.
Well, I get a discount, like you guys, for having a pull list. And shout out to Aggressively Relaxing.
Wait, you guys get a discount?
Happy New Comic Book Day. Yeah. I don't know, man. Where you live? Russia?
Like, I live in a crappy LCS.
It's called the I'm sorry discount.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm Canadian.
Sorry about that.
I'm sorry. 10% off.
Thank you. I'm still sorry. I actually liked Rat City issue number 1, so I went with Rat City issue number 2. And I went with this. I kind of feel like it's an homage, but it's not. It doesn't seem to be given the respect. But this is Redcoat number 2, that homage to that famous cover of Spider-Man coming through the ground from the Death of Kraven.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Do you see it now?
I mean,
It's
kind of.
It's at least close enough. Yeah.
If you watch my pickup video, which will be dropping tomorrow, I actually put them side by side, and you'll be like, "Holy crap!"
How foolish was I?
Yeah. The Displaced issue number 4 from Ed Brisson. I've been really, really enjoying this. It's about a small Canadian city outside Toronto that randomly explodes, but it's actually not that random after all. But it's been a good read. I know Deadman out in the UK, he's been reading it as well. And my last 3 books are candidates for cover of the week. This is Action Comics 1065, featuring the cover art from Ivan Talavera. And pretty cool. Kind of has that art germ flavor to it. A book that I feel I am the only one on the planet reading is House of Slaughter. 23. Yeah.
You are.
I am. I think Marcus reads it. Flash, you read it too sometimes, don't you? Are you done with it?
I never did jump on either the House of Slaughter or Something's Killing the Children. I think I read the first trade of Something's Killing the Children, and I was like, it wasn't bad.
I gotta stop being so lazy with my voice to chat that I was saying a word teaser. Shout out to 62 Lefty Blues for joining us. DVH is saying Redcoat 2 is great, but I'm not loving Einstein's annoying dialogue.
Yeah, I'll give you that, DVH.
I haven't been in it yet. And Kev, I read House of Slaughter. Yes. But the funny thing is, because Tynan's not at the helm of House of Slaughter, it will eventually catch up and pass Something is Killing the Children when it comes to numbering. And Chop and Drop has joined us. Chop, appreciate your time. Happy New Comic Book Day. My cover of the week, hands down. It's not even close. Adi Granov with the variant cover for Doom #1 here. This is just glorious. Glorious.
Glorious.
Glorious. Not to be notorious from Duran Duran, but yeah, this is like autograph worthy. If Granov does a signing, this is going in front of him.
Very rarely, but he does.
Very rare, and I know he's
because he doesn't like.
Yeah,
I love my European artists because they're classically trained.
What's the furthest place from here came with a record this week, and it's pretty good. I wasn't aware of that. Kate Prime, drop it in, saying hi, Caroline.
Hi.
Is there one where you have to spin the whole book on the record player, like or the
back in the day?
Yeah.
You spin me around.
If you play it backwards, can you hear Satan?
Yeah, maybe. Well, the Beatles did it, so why not them?
Mm-hmm.
That's my new comic book day haul. Let's throw up everyone's favorite Marine, who's wearing a bad hat.
Oh,
Hey, I think the schedule drops today. I gotta wear this hat. I gotta wear this hat while I can still wear this hat because
that's the last time in the season they'll have a winning record.
right. See,
Savage.
You know what? See, I can't argue with it though. The Cowboys are just I don't know. They're cowboying every year.
You're waiting for the schedule release. They're going to play on Thanksgiving, man. Everything else is like Sundays and possibly a Monday here and there.
Thank goodness the Giants and the Commanders are in our division.
AR saying, I haven't played it yet. I will. And Chop is a Cowboys fan. Look at that.
All right. Okay. So I assume I'm in the club with the Adi Granov Doom. Anybody read it yet? I heard it's really good and no ads.
I just got home.
I haven't read. TW, have you been through it yet?
Yeah. It was good. The art reminds me of Daniel Warren Johnson.
Oh, okay. Razor Comics has joined us. What it do, comic gurus? Appreciate you stopping by. And Phil Ailing is showing his love for the birds.
Well, Beckerman, your
And
kicker's
Beckerman.
something special.
Yeah. How about them Chiefs, man?
How about those Chiefs?
Yeah.
And the significant others of the Chiefs.
Yeah.
what happened? Tell me. I don't know.
We're not going down that road on this.
No.
Oh, it must be something good.
I'll tell you afterwards, lady.
Razor
Somebody
Comics.
hit somebody.
No,
what a lovely
that would have been
cat.
better.
Appreciate
Oh.
that.
All right.
It must have been bad.
AR saying that he hasn't heard anything good about Doom. Or he has, pardon me, heard really good things. I didn't say I wanted to hang out with him.
Oh, yes, you
I
did.
like
I
that
don't
cover
even know
too.
who you're talking about, but you did say it.
All right. Ultimate X-Men issue number 3. I am enjoying the book like everybody else. I am kind of hopeful that we'll get to X-Men, or at least some form of it, or hear about them or something. Maybe by the next arc, maybe. But I don't mind this kind of slow rollout and focusing on an underrated character. I don't mind it. Let's see. Miles 28 cover.
Mm-hmm.
Best spider title in Marvel
Speaking of spiders and covers,
outside of Ultimate.
Red Coat number 2.
Number 2.
Sky is not here, but I'm sure he'd enjoy Justice Ducks number 3. Is it 3? Yeah, number 3.
Scotty isn't here.
And then my last book is a second print, Transformers issue number 5. Now, four of these came out today, and I didn't know about them until like 2 days ago. So I didn't get to order all 4 like I usually would. But my shop just happened to have this one. So we're gonna have to hunt for the other 3 with Devastator, RC, and Wheeljack on them.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I like that Thundercracker. That's pretty nice.
right. And I think I have the Skywarp, and I know I have the Starscream. So I think I have all 3 Seekers. Yeah.
Kevin saying, "Who is the girl on the cover of the Ultimate X-Men that looks like Rogue?"
I forget her name. I'm assuming you're talking
blanking
about
on her
the
name too. TW, do you remember that character's name?
Which one? That's May Storm, I believe.
Right. Yeah.
is May Storm? I thought she was asking about the girl from the Runaways. I cannot think of her name.
I don't know about that happening.
But that's her ultimate version. If I can remember the girl from the Runaways name, that's her ultimate version.
From the main cover.
Oh, from the main cover.
There.
This one, that's May Storm.
Yeah, that's May.
But yeah, the other one is like Armor. I think is the character is like superhero name, but I can't think of what her name is. So.
Let's see. Runaways. Magic.
You're welcome.
Oh, it's not the one with the staff. I don't think Flash. I think it's a different character.
Yeah.
I think.
I
don't know why I'm hitting the wall. I can't remember.
I think it's Nico Minoru. Minoru. I think that's her. We'll see when I read it.
It really is such a different flavor from all the other Ultimate titles, including Spider-Man, which most people are raving about. But I quietly feel like it's probably second best. I think it's probably better than Black Panther right now.
Yeah, I stopped reading Black Panther. That was just,
okay.
I just didn't. I mean, like that was just like the regular Black Panther, but with Moon Knight as the enemy.
Well, Ultimate.
Well, we can't over in the 616. We can't get a good regular Black Panther. So regular Black Panther and Ultimate is probably the best.
I understand y'all can't get a good Amazing Spider-Man either, and so you got to go to the Ultimates for.
So you got to take what you can get.
Yeah, no, I don't know. That's fair.
You know, Eves was okay, but they got canceled really quickly.
Like, what was the last great Spider-Man arc in a Amazing Spider-Man ongoing?
Volume 1, issue 300.
Death of Kraven.
Probably Death of Kraven.
The Michelini and McFarlane run. Like,
nope.
Was any so I'm asking a recent question because I'm a recent reader. Was any of Spencer's run good at the beginning, in the middle, or anything?
No.
Nothing?
No.
He had an entertaining Deadly Foes of Spider-Man series that was funny for like 30 seconds, but his main god awful.
If I wanted to be truly honest, and I use the trope of Volume 1 too often, but Volume 3 in it all 17 issues or something of it weren't that bad. That's what brought us Silk and Peter Parker back to being
with some
Spider-Man.
of those early Alex Ross covers. Yeah, they were nice.
No, that was Volume 4. I'm talking Volume 3 is we get Peter's back.
Yeah.
He just come.
I'm thinking like the 1.1 or the offshoot of those that were happening at the same time. Do you remember?
Oh, wait a second. No. This is actually he's not. This is Doc Ock as Spider-Man. I'm sorry.
Doc Ock.
It's the short one where Cindy Moon. Well, but and for a short bit, it's amazing. Because we get Cindy Moon.
Yeah.
Right? Or is it?
Cindy
I'm
Moon.
now
Silk.
now you got me confused. But it's that short volume 3 is a very short volume where we get Cindy Moon.
Yeah.
God damn it!
God damn it!
I feel DVH's comment here
Yeah,
is
it's
absolutely
true.
correct, but it's like that with every book that you have a hardcore fan of, like hardcore Batman fans. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't Court of
Batman's
Owls.
no.
Well,
Batman's had better runs than Spidey lately.
Yeah.
And here's
not
the
just-
thing: if they don't let Spidey grow up and start telling adult Spidey stories,
I know, bro's not even hit puberty, and he's 80.
having to hover around between 20 to 25 for 60 years, you're gonna run out of stories and start doing more and more ridiculous things and throwing things at the wall because you can't do anything with the character because in 60 years he's grown 5 years maybe.
That's
And
fair.
I think it's hard to keep him in that state. I don't know what they're scared of. Letting them grow up.
It's the I think right now
Maybe that radioactive spider bite keeps you in a suspended adolescence state.
Maybe
We'll find it out in about 20 years. Some writer will actually say
address
that
it.
The spider bite also slows your aging, and that's why
because
that will actually be
got to justify it somehow.
Comic books across the entire genre, but I think right now writers trip themselves up how to deal with his love life, and they don't necessarily create an arc where it needs to be separate from any potential girlfriend / wife or whatever, and just focus on a crime story that he's dealing with. And that's what makes the Death of Kraven so special. It separates Mary Jane for the most part away from the entire arc, focuses on Kraven, throws in I forget the name of the Vermin as a secondary villain, and it focuses there. And that's what made it so great. And then also played into, the parental abuse and mental health of Kraven, which led to the eventual suicide and everything. But when the best Spider-Man stories are usually crime focused and away from his love life.
That's probably why all the when he shows up in other people's stories, or he shows up in events, or he has short stories that aren't in canon, they're usually good. This, no matter who the writer is, almost. I think it's just in ASM having to do all the stuff, and while not moving forward, kind of clogs everything up.
Kraven is awesome.
Volume 3 is Peter just comes back.
Okay.
Is Peter grows back?
This.
And then that camera disappears. She's like, "Oh nope."
That's where I know when to clip the end of what you said when she disappears like that. Yeah.
Where do you think the webbing really comes from?
Yeah. Well, Toby, it comes from him.
Spider gametes.
Yeah.
Radioactive spider gamete.
Speaking of Kraven, is that movie ever coming out? Probably not.
Yeah, and it's
I know they moved it. They moved it.
They're already panning it.
Of course they are.
Yeah, I don't know why. They release such great animated. Sony releases such great animated Spider-Man films, and then they turn around and release Madam Web.
That was my thought about Sony and about the MCU in the last couple of weeks. I'm like y'all's animation studios. The animation people are right across the street. Go talk to them. I don't know if they're actually across the street, but I feel like they're right across the street or right down the hall, and you can go talk to them. It's not hard.
They're splitting it up now, though. Now there's Marvel Television, so there's a whole new department apparently.
Yeah, but this is something I wanted to do with the panel when it's a lighter night.
Yes,
I was going to go around the panel before we talk about what's happening on everyone's channel. Since this is a new Comic Book Day Hangout, what's the one book each month you're looking forward to reading the most above everything else that comes out? We know we get hit with a lot of crap here and there. We get caught up with sexy covers, but what is the one book every month, as soon as you get it, you're reading it when you get home or you're flipping through it in your car? TJ, what's the book for you right now that you're most excited about?
I feel like it's a dead giveaway, but it's Transformers.
Okay, yeah, but that's fair. Daniel Warren Johnson's doing a great job storytelling, right?
Yeah, and I like the fact that like we're starting from the beginning, and so you get the chance to roll out characters slowly and kind of like this last issue number 8 wasn't a whole lot of action, but they set more chess pieces and kind of opened up more avenues for storytelling. And yeah, I think they're doing a great job with it.
Style So Serious saying that Madam Web is on Netflix already. Appreciate you stopping by. DVH agrees with you. It's Transformers. TW. Now I know that your palate is a little bit more selective when it comes to comic books. So I'm probably going to guess independent. But what book are you looking forward to reading the most?
I don't think there's an ongoing like for Marvel or DC that would make the list.
That's fair.
Because like they're just the quality's you hit or miss. I will say Ice Cream Man, I'm always looking forward to that because even the weakest issue, which there's not really been very many of, is still a great read. So
I thought Ice Cream Man was going to be it. Even if they took a break, I'm like, it's going to be Ice Cream Man.
I mean, it happened. It helps that it came out this week, so it's fresh in my memory. But like, that's probably it. I mean, I tend to like indies and miniseries better because they have an ending, and I think stories need to end. That's also the problem. Like with the ongoing Marvel and DC stuff, is the arcs can end, but the story doesn't. So.
If I would have guessed for you, I would have guessed Saga myself. I
like Saga a lot too. Saga is a little bit more light and fluffy and a little more space opera, which I really enjoy. But like, it's not. It's also on hiatus right again, so it's like hard for me to really think of that one.
I was about to ask if they took another break.
Saga is on a break. KBDM is saying it was great, but now it's Ain't No Grave. TW and I were talking about Ain't No Grave before the show. I really enjoyed it. Probably a little bit more than what he does, but I have a soft spot for westerns.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
LF. Now I know that you don't necessarily pick up new comic book day books, so I'll ask you this: what's the one series when you find a good condition book or a monthly that you just can't put it down? I'm gonna guess Thor, but what's the one book if you see it and it's got a good price tag on it, it's coming home?
So like, I've quit relying on new content to get my jollies in terms of stories, because there's so much content that's already been created. And I very much appreciate the stories that are from the Bronze Age just because I find them to be the most dynamic. So I try to collect Marvel and DC horror. Now, just Marvel across the board. I want Thor. I like 70s Hulk, Thor, Hulk, X-Men, I basically have all of them. Avengers, I have all the Defenders. But I like teams and I like individuals, but really would be lost. Oh, my Fantastic Four. Sorry. What? Why are you giggling?
That was a lot of good stories in the FF.
Sorry.
Anything but Spider-Man, but just don't. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just being a shit.
I'll hit the chat before Rob. 62 Lefty Blues saying Department of Truth, which is coming back. Tate Prime is waiting for Nottingham returns. Kevin, mine is anything G.I. Joe. DVH is going from Transformers to any of the Ghost Machine. And Tate Prime is now saying every time I pick up Nice House on the Lake, there's going to be a sequel to that. Rob, what's the one book monthly you can't wait to get into?
It's tough. There's 3 that are right there. It's definitely. If I have to pick one, it's probably Ultimate Spider-Man right now, just because I have so much hope for the goddamn thing of where it ultimately will go, and that the fact that I'm buying like virtually every variant cover I can find just to try to tell Marvel to keep fucking making this goddamn book and don't fuck it up. But Transformers is really good, and I have not been historically a Transformers guy at all, but I am enjoying the hell out of this. So it's as a great jumping on point without all the baggage of the lore of the old and stuff. It's a phenomenal series and an easy way to get onto, and it's highly enjoyable. And of course, Darth Vader's always there for me. Darth Vader and Dr. Aphra. I mean, those two are just consistent.
I agree with the Ultimate Spider-Man. It's good communication in there as well. It's not just, the one-liners against the bad guys. It's like almost Tarantino-ish, where you have J. Jonah Jameson and Uncle Ben sitting down having a deep conversation that is bigger than what they're actually talking about.
Well, they're
really enjoying it.
Hasn't been a bad guy yet.
That's what I'm saying. I was just about to say. It's like you are now you're 4 issues in, and you've introduced some bad guys. You haven't had any. Really, everything's been character development thus far, and introducing this this world and dynamic and stuff. And that's the fact that they're willing to take us that slower road is good, because we already know these characters to some degree. We're getting introduced to the new spin, the new take on them all. I don't necessarily need the wham bam quips instantaneously, although I'm sure we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, I mean, and the Maker's going to be a bad guy, obviously, but that's not. There's any hurry to really even go in that direction, which is great.
Anytime Kelly Sue DeConnick does something new, I try to check it out because she's awesome. The Amazon thing, Historia, was badass.
I don't know. Women writers belong in the kitchen, like serving their kicker husbands.
Oh, stop it! You do not. You're not employed by the Kansas City Chiefs. He's only making.
That was a joke, people. By the way, I'm not a Kansas City fan. I don't believe any of that nonsense.
But he does.
Let's not throw the fans under the bus yet.
Yeah,
right now it's one kicker.
Right.
Oh no, I can't throw their fans under the bus. They support a racist team. They're like
my turn. Okay, Ben.
They don't get a pass on just this one. Like if they're not protesting the Chiefs' name and the tomahawk chop, they don't get a goddamn pass. Screw them.
Ben Compton's saying that Ice Cream Man, Styles so serious. Moon Knight, as long as Jed McKay stays on it. Jed McKay is doing a good job at Marvel, in my opinion. DVH, we have a fairly popular saying here, usually used in regards to football, but it's used often. It's the hope that kills you.
That's how I feel about my job hunt right now.
For me, Ultimate Spider-Man is the one book that I can't wait to get into every single month at this point. Maybe it's just because so starved for a good Peter Parker story, and we're actually getting it, and some family and world building at the same pace. Nothing is outdoing each other in that particular story, as far as I'm concerned. And also something is killing the children. It was a long, slow burn with the last arc, but that last issue was incredible, heartbreaking, and I don't know how they're going to move forward with Erica the way she is at this point. But the new arc that's happening right now is obviously one-shots talking about her when she first became a monster hunter, and John, Comics with Kids. I only have 2 words for John. Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. My stars and garters.
And that's how you end a series or a season, with oh, dear. Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. Is that a happy ending?
It's happy for the viewers. It's happy for the fans.
Define happy. It's a good ending.
Is it legal outside of Las Vegas?
Yes. Shout out to Marco, my man. Happy New Comic Book Day. Thank
you.
No,
Robert Kraft did not go get this. Did not go get it.
I understood that reference. DB saying something epic is sneaking into his top 5. Not sure if it's ongoing though. Yeah. All right, let's go around the horn. Everyone, let us know what's happening on your YouTube channel. TJ, what's happening on Flash by Night?
I'm going to try and sneak in Transformers Thursday by tomorrow morning. Besides that, it's almost a week away. But on Tuesday nights, Circumstances has his FOC and chill, where everybody's trying to chill, and I'm trying to sneak in FOC propaganda. But yeah, that's it.
You fight the good fight.
It wasn't really a fight.
It's never
I snuck in a couple of grabs. You know,
There you go.
when the boxes hold each other, I held a couple of times. That's about it.
Got it.
You tied them up.
Yeah, there we go.
TW, what's happening on Taylor Winder?
I'll be on Old Man Collectibles tonight at 8:30 Central Time, and for a couple minutes until I pass out when I'm out of tiredness and old age.
Appreciate that tape, Brian. LF.
I'm moving soon, so I'm closing on a condo on the 30th, and
Congrats.
closing on another one that I'm buying on June 3rd. So I'm moving out. I'm gonna be scarce. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, but it's gonna be good after the fact.
Gotcha.
How many comics do you have to move?
Too many. I don't even, probably close to about 9,000.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Yeah. Do you know what I signed in terms of this contract? It's a as is contract, so I can leave bullshit behind.
Nice.
Like Spider-Man books?
And congratulations.
I'm not going to Colorado. I'm just same town. Just I switched my small place. I'm getting a place about 2.5 times the size of what I've got now, and it's going to be awesome. For
Save
real
room for
person.
more comics.
No comment. Gonna make my
Good
own
night.
lady room though. So do we have like comics, and I'll have my own room where I can do what you nerds do, and it'll finally I'll look like Rob or something.
So masturbate and cry in your own room.
Why?
So you have a great
A
mustache.
lot, mostly
Yeah.
masturbate and
Yeah.
maybe cry before sometimes. But a comic.
What's happened to this show? This show used to be really, anyways.
No, it
Right,
didn't.
everyday photos.
No,
Transformers
it
Thursday?
didn't.
Comic rooms.
Appreciate that. Appreciate you stopping by. Happy New Comic Book Day. And it's like Beetlejuice. TJ's has make me sad for him. Well, his hat may make you sad, but
I know Marcus should be talking football today.
I am upbeat during the spring and summer and some of the fall. By the winter, come back and see me.
Rob, what's happening in Rob's Fat Stacks? Oh, comics.
Oh, well, I do some content from time to time. Tomorrow I'll have a video dropping. PGX Conversion Therapy Part 2.
Oh wow.
Oh,
We sent
it's like
five
CTV.
sent 5 PGX 9.8 books that were signature authenticated books off to CBCS because CGC wasn't doing it yet. Those came back after I had to crack them myself. So we'll take a look, see how those grades were after they came back from CBCS and if they validated all the signatures. And then and shortly behind it, we will have part 3, which is the Silver Age Spidey books, because I got ship notification of those. And then this weekend, we have a patron of Comic Art joining us on Only Slabs for his second appearance.
I got him, and I'm excited for Only Slabs. Tape Prime, I'm a Niner fan, and even I say Cowboys better than Chiefs. No? Chiefs better than, I don't know. Papa, you joined us at the tail end of the show. Appreciate you stopping by, my man. You're welcome to hang out with us backstage. You are still muted, though, if you're going to be speaking in a sec. Myself, tomorrow I'll be dropping my new Comic Book Day haul. Basically going through everything that I just did, but in the cozy confines of my car. And Saturday, like Rob just mentioned, you'll catch me on Only Slabs. Really excited about this show. The last time the Patreon of Comic Art was on, it was incredible. Incredible. It was a nice collection of OA. But thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us tonight. To the panel, appreciate you guys and ladies, pardon me, for stopping by. And we'll see you all next week.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's it. I'm out of here.